my name is Chrissy, and today I'm going to show you how I installed this window. Let's go. I headed over to my local Habitat for Humanity restore and went to their windows section. They have so many options here, some new, some used, and well, I found this one for $40. Usually they're over $100 for this size, and I had it just sit in my shed, like normal. And after kicking myself and finally telling myself I can do this, I decided to open up my shed, clean everything out, and start installing this thing. And let me remind you, I have no idea what I'm doing because I don't know what I'm doing. I just watched a bunch of YouTubes and decided to do this. And this is me just deciding where it needs to go. I know it has to go on the left side because that's the only spot where there's no retaining wall or the neighbor wall attached. And now it's just measuring and making sure that I cut the right size out of the shed wall that I put in, and that was so hard for me because I spent so much time putting this wall up, putting this shed up, and now I gotta bust a hole out of it to put this window in. And yeah, sorry it's out of focus, and also I didn't realize the reciprocating saw portion of it was not filmed. Sorry. So now it's just marking and measuring to make sure that this is exactly where I want the hole to go before I start cutting out. I marked it with my pen, drilled a hole in for my jigsaw to go through, and then just use my jigsaw to line it up and start cutting. Notice my little COVID shield face mask? Yeah, dust gets everywhere. And bam. See if it fits. It fits. And it's even. And now I'm just measuring everything to see how long the pieces need to be for me to frame out this window to put the actual window in. I'm gonna have to finish this tomorrow because it's way too dark. Okay, so you're probably wondering, why didn't you frame it out first and then cut the hole? Because I know myself. I know that I don't have the steadiest hand and that I would probably mess up, so I cut the hole first, which is fine. Because it still fit. And this is my project, so whatever. Also, because I don't have an extra set of hands, clamps. Clamps are my friend. So I use those to hold that in place so that I could use my finish nailer to nail everything in place before I screwed everything in place. Yay. Clamps are friends. And also, my finish nailer wouldn't fit through here, and my hammer wouldn't fit, so I had to hammer it this way. You know what? It worked, so I don't care what anyone says. Do what you gotta do. It works. So after the studs were placed in, then I added these other frames to frame out the actual window portion on the side. I don't know why I did it this way. I really don't. Don't ask me. I really don't know. But I saw someone do it, and so then I decided to try it myself, and it worked. I mean, the window hasn't fallen, and the shed and the roof is still up, so yay. Now I'm just adding more support for the bottom to make sure nothing really falls, and nailing and screwing everything into place. And now for the ultimate test. If you've noticed from my previous videos, you'll notice that most of my ultimate tests, quote unquote, are me either crawling in or out of something, a chin up, a pull up, or just me dangling myself off of it to see if it holds up. It works for me. Secure. Now I'm just taking some exterior caulk to line the outside of that rim so that I can install it in and make sure that everything is watertight. Now I'm just screwing the wall in to secure it and making sure that I'm hitting that stud that I just put in, and everything seems to be going well. Also, I've got to say that these spack screws with the Torque screw head are amazing. I love them. And now I'm just adding some insulation filler to fill in the tiny little gaps to make sure that everything is sealed off. I've never used this before, and it was really sticky. So I'm just waiting for it to dry, then I sliced off the excess, which was a lot because, again, never used this before, had no idea what I was doing. And now the moment of truth to see if the window will open and not fall out. I also decided to use some PVC trim board on the outside of the window just so that it could hide the ugly brown and make it look a little nicer and kind of match the side. No idea what I was doing. I kind of messed up on the top, but you know what? I learned a lesson on how to install these, so next time if I ever do this, I will know what to do and what not to do. Now just sealing the edges to make sure that it's waterproof or water resistant, I don't know, one of those. And painting off the sides so that everything matches, and then also I will be painting the actual trim to match the sides of the shed, and also I painted over the brown stuff to make it match the shed as well. I was actually a little worried because it did rain a few days after I painted everything, but everything held up. There's been no leakage. It opens, as you can see, and everything works. Nothing sticks, nothing is falling apart, the roof hasn't caved in, so I did a pretty good job for not knowing what I was doing. And thank you so much for staying and watching this whole video. And again, you know what? I just realized that I never showed a video of me actually painting the whole shed. But the next video will be of the interior, where see how there's a grid wall now. I did install walls in, so that will be the next video. But if you'd like, please subscribe, or not, whatever. But thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.